Hello everyone, this is Anushka Maan and I welcome you all to my channel. So in today's video, I am thinking of sharing things about myself, about the back-end work that went in scoring a good percentile in CAT and landing my dream B school. Not something related to academics, but all the emotional turmoils that I went through, the ups and downs that every CAT aspirant goes through every single day now that just 5 months are left for this examination. So I thought I'll just share some insights from my personal life as well. And also because today is 3rd July, which happens to be the day I first started my CAT preparation last year. So it marks one whole year from actually deciding to go for CAT, appearing for the exam, going for interviews, and finally landing my dream B school. So I thought today should be the day when I should actually talk to you guys regarding something which is not really academic, not particularly pertaining to the CAT examination. So let's get started. First of all, it's very hard to set up a camera over here in the hostel room because I don't have a tripod with myself, so please bear with it if the camera quality is a bit awkward, the lighting is a bit awkward. I'm trying my best. So basically, let me start by giving my academic background. I completed my undergrad in chemistry from Ramjas College, University of Delhi in 2023. So yes, I am a fresher, I am a non-engineer, and I was done with my final examinations in May, and as soon as I was done with those, I signed up for this online coaching platform which is called CAT King for the CAT preparation journey. So, and please see that this is not a sponsored video. I'm just sharing what I did very honestly, very openly with you guys. So yeah, that was about my undergrad, and also simultaneously with my chemistry honors, I was also pursuing an advanced diploma in French language from St. Stephen's College, University of Delhi. And that was definitely not something I did for CV points. That was something because I genuinely enjoy learning new languages. So that was a course that I signed up for, and I was able to handle it alongside my major, that was chemistry. So yeah, that was about my undergrad. And I scored 99 percentile in the CAT 2023 examination, 99.04 to be precise. And post that, I received calls from all the IIMs except ABC. I received calls from all the IIMs and MDI Gurgaon, SPJN Mumbai, and SDA Bocconi Mumbai, and BITSOM. And finally, I had converted, and also IIT Delhi, yes. And after that, the final calls that I converted were lots of IIMs. IIM Mumbai, the CAP IIMs, Shillong, Rohtak, Indore, SPJN, MDI, SDA Bocconi Asia Center, all these things. And finally, I made the decision to join SPJN Institute of Management and Research, Mumbai. And today, it's been around 2.5 weeks since I'm here, and I'm actually so happy, and it still feels so surreal that a year ago I was at the other end of the table, and now I'm here at my dream B school. So I think that should serve as a motivation for you people as well, because dreams really come true for everyone. You don't have to be extraordinary to achieve something. It's a lot about hard work and dedication, which we'll talk about later. Now the thing is that there is this, when we look at people who have successfully converted their dream B schools or who have got an amazing percentile in CAT, we feel, even I felt that when I was at the other end of this spectrum, that their journey has been so easy, so merry. We paint a rosy picture about their CAT journey, or rather their B school journey. However, the ups and downs that every CAT aspirant faces during this tenure, especially when the time is just flying by and the exam is getting closer and closer, the ups and downs, the emotional turmoils, the self-doubts that pop up then and now and then. So now and then. So I think those things are not talked about much. And I feel that that makes the people the people who are actually preparing for this examination, it makes them feel a little disconnected with the ones who are already successful. Disconnected in a sense that uh, you feel that maybe those people were different, maybe those people were extraordinary, that's why they got to be there. Maybe those people were so unique, they had this thing in themselves that you didn't have. But let me tell you, it's nothing like that. Everyone who makes it to a Dream B school is just like any other person. The only difference that they make is that they are very consistent. They have been very consistent and dedicated in what they want to pursue in their life. If they've decided that they want to go for an MBA, they are very, very dedicated about it. Now, about CAT examination, I've said this before, that this is not just a game of IQ, actually. It is a game of discipline. Whether you are able to do the same thing, whether you're able to follow the same timetable every single day for whatever time you are preparing for this examination. And why I'm saying this, that it's a game of discipline and dedication, because there are people who prepare for just 2 months and then they get through this examination and pass it with flying colors. There are people who prepare it for a year or even more and they're not able to make it. Of course, the things that happen on the actual exam day, they are completely different circumstances that are beyond our control. But other than that, the only difference that makes between you being successful or unsuccessful in this examination is the difference in the way you are approaching this exam, whether or not you are consistent in your efforts. I have put up so many videos now where I talk about the importance of forming a timetable for yourself and then following it every single day consistently. And that's the actual game changer for this exam. Now, one of the things that I have noticed is that something that I did too is self doubt. Whether or not I am made for this exam, whether or not I am made for this MBA journey, whether people would accept me for my profile, my academic background. I don't have work experience, what to do? I don't have an excellent CAT or academic score, what to do? Should I attempt this examination? Am I making a mistake? I mean, there are so many questions that just start bogging your mind once you go into that spiral of overthinking. But there's one thing that I want to say: don't reject yourself before even making it through this journey. I feel that self rejection is the biggest sin of all times. You should not be self rejecting yourself, self rejecting your capabilities, your talents. Maybe you are unique and you're just not aware about it. Maybe you'll do something bigger and better, much better than even you have imagined yourself to be doing. So just don't self reject yourself. I think that is the biggest advice I'll have for all the CAT aspirants who may be having self doubts about themselves. Speaking of the advice part, I have this really important advice that a lot of people preparing for MBA journeys to get into B schools, they do not follow it, and that is to keep their options open. Please listen carefully, that CAT is not the only examination that can land you in a good B school in India. There are other examinations, and if you are genuinely serious about doing an MBA from a good B school, you should be filling up forms and preparing for other examinations. You have NMAT, you have SNAP. SNAP gives 3 attempts, and you have the liberty to choose the best attempt out of those 3. You have XAT, again fantastic colleges. So I want you to sign up for these examinations as well, because it's life, it's so unexpected, anything can happen. I have seen people who were scoring 100 percentiles in their mocks, and something happened during their actual CAT exam day and their exam was ruined. So you can't just sit and cry over spilt milk at that point of time. So the best way to do is to keep your options open, to have a good backing in case your option number 1 fails. Having a second option is never a bad idea. I think playing safe is very, very important. So first of all, filling up forms for other examinations, and second, filling up forms for non-IIMs. Please, guys, I mean, I've seen a lot of people who didn't make it to the IIMs and then they repented because they had not filled the forms for the non-IIMs, the good non-IIMs. You have some fantastic colleges. You have SPJ in Mumbai, you have MDI Gurgaon, you have Bitsom, you have SD Bocconi. I want you to fill the forms for these colleges as well, very, very seriously. Last but not the least, I would say that this MBA journey is very long. I mean, longer than you would imagine it to be. First, you think that CAT scoring a good percentile in the CAT examination is your sole purpose. That's the toughest thing that you have got to do right now. But once you are done with the CAT examination, say you get an amazing percentile, you get some really good calls, then you face the interviews, the VAT PIs, the written ability tests, the group discussions that happen, and it's a long and tedious processes. Like I personally, I gave I think 15, 16 interviews for various colleges, and I swear, like towards the end, I was so tired of doing the same thing over and over again. But you have to do it. You think that CAT examination is the first and the only step of this journey. But when you move beyond it, you see that you have these 4 or 5 months of rigorous preparation where you have to prep yourself and appear for these interviews and perform really well in that. Then say you get calls, you get convert calls from the colleges that you really like, and you get into the B schools and start your MBA journey. When you enter into that place, you realize that it's a whole new world, it's a new journey, a new race altogether, and that it just gets a little bit more difficult. Happier? Yes, definitely. You feel more stable, you feel more happier. But yes, and also it's a very exciting journey because I have been here at the campus for almost 3 weeks now, and I'm very, very excited and happy about every single day. But yes, it does get tough, it does get difficult, and the journey is not ending at all. Once I get my internships, I'll have other things to worry about, then more things would come up, and the journey is just endless. So the only thing you can do is to be consistent with your efforts, keep your goal your MBA goal as the North Star, something that is in your focus, something that you really wish to achieve, and be consistent in your efforts and do not give up on this journey because it's a very demanding journey. I understand that. However, there is always something good that lies at the other end of it. Maybe you won't get the things that you actually like, actually want, but you may also get things that you have not even thought of, something even better. So it's not right to give up on this journey. It's going to be long, it's going to be tough, you will have bouts of self-doubt, but I want you to stay consistent, and I want you to believe in yourself that you have come this far, you'll make it to the end of it at least, and you're not giving up in between. So that's it for today's video. I hope it helped some people to find motivation to continue in this long and arduous journey for getting into their dream B schools. And I wish you guys all the very best, and I wish that next year I could see so many of you getting into your dream B schools and starting your MBA journey. So see you in the next video, hopefully. Goodbye.